Thomas and the Breakdown Train. Knapford Station is serviced by two special lines called a loop line. One of them connects Knapford to the old Knapford and Farquhar Railway that goes through Dryaw and Maithwaite Station and then ends at Elsbridge before connecting to the main line again. The other loop line comes from Teignmouth Station and then goes around Teignmouth Sheds to the small harbour town of Balladrin, and then to the special storage yard that services both Balladrin and Knapford before coming into Knapford again. Sometimes, to be more efficient, the entrance will choose to use these loop lines instead of the main line. One day, James was pulling a goods train to Knapford, but he had to go around on the harbor loop as a pileup near Teignmouth Sheds had happened with Henry and Alan. He was going fine until he passed by the Balladrin storage yard. His trucks decided to play a little joke. Go on, they yelled as they descended. Okay, that's enough, called James as he applied his brakes. But for some reason, he wasn't slowing down. The trucks started to go faster and faster. Oh, crap. At Knapford, Edward and Thomas were filling up on coal. The Fat Controller's coming by this afternoon, Thomas, to see how you're getting on. Oh, I'm doing okay now, aren't I? Asked Thomas nervously. Of course you are, said Edward. I think you know just about as much as you need to know about trucks. Almost. The two engines chuckled, but they weren't chuckling long. Help! Help! Cried James as he raced through. They're pushing me! They're pushing me! Sparks were coming from each side of James's wheels, and the trucks weren't stopping. They forced him onto the loop line. James! Called Thomas. Thomas, come back! Yelled Edward as Thomas raced after James. Out on the loop line, James wasn't having too much luck. Oh dear! He cried. Help! 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 On! Faster! Faster! I don't want to go any faster! Just then, James's brakes burst into flames. Oh crap! He cried. I should have had these replaced. Oh, help! Somebody help! Just then, Thomas came puffing and panting alongside James. Thomas! He cried. Brake, James! Brake! I can't! Shouted James. My brake blocks are on fire! They're made of wood! You were right, Thomas. There was a burning smell. It was my brakes. Oh, what do I do? Just hold on, James. I'm gonna get behind you and slow you down. Hurry! Thomas quickly made his way to the back of the train, and he came level to the brake fan. The minute he saw a chance, he crossed over onto James's line. Hurry, Thomas! Hurry! Thomas raced up as fast as he could. Couple me up! He called to the guard. I need to slow James down. Oh, right. The guard quickly grabbed a shunter's pole and tried to couple Thomas to the train. Try again, said Thomas. Don't give up. Just then they went over a bump in the track. It was a miracle James didn't come off the rails. The shunter's pole fell. Oh no! Thomas didn't see any other choice and began biffing the brake fan. Oh, Thomas! I can feel that! I'm trying to couple up! Shouted Thomas. He tried again and again, but nothing seemed to be working. But it didn't seem to matter. James screamed as he rounded a bend. Oh! Thomas, I'm coming off the rails! He flew off the bend. He scraped along on the ground as his trucks piled up behind him. Thomas stopped just short of the crash. James! Cried Thomas as he nearly came off the rails himself. Thomas assessed the derailment. The fire was out, but James was in a very bad state. Stay right here, James. I'll go get help. Thomas quickly raced back and grabbed the breakdown train. Jack, Thomas? Thomas, what are you doing? Wake up! Thomas yelled to the crew. Emergency! James is off the line! His brake blocks are on fire! Quickly, crew up! Everybody quickly grabbed a tool and climbed into their coach. Thomas was quickly coupled to the cranes, and he hurried off to help James. Sorry, sir, called Thomas, but this is an emergency! At the crash site, James's crew were inspecting him. Never mind, James, said his fireman. This wasn't your fault. It was the wooden brakes they gave you. I always said they were no good. Thomas shuffled alongside with the breakdown train, and men started working on the crash. When they put trucks back on the line, Thomas pulled them away, biffing and bashing them as they went. Oh dear, they groaned. Serves you right, puffed Thomas crossly. He was hard at work puffing backwards and forwards all afternoon. This'll teach you a lesson, he told the trucks, and they answered, yes, it will. They left the broken trucks and mended the line. Then, with the 2 cranes, they put James back on the rails. He tried to move, but he couldn't. His steam was out and his boiler was bashed. Thomas towed him to the steamworks located at Crowman's Gate. The Fat Controller was there waiting for him. Well, Chumish, he said kindly, I've heard about it all and I'm very pleased with you. You are really a useful engine. James here shall have some proper brakes and a new coat of paint. And you, I think it's time you have a reward for all your hard work. How would you like to run a branch line? The old Farquhar Railway needs another engine. I just had to retire Glynn. Oh, sir, said Thomas happily. Thank you, sir. I'd be honored. Once the refurbishment is done, said the Fat Controller, you will run it solo. How does that sound? Perfect, sir, said Thomas.